Kids and cadets, thanks for coming out. You guys are awesome for checking out these 8 wheels. We got 2 units today from one of my scrappers. He called, said, can you come get them? I'm out of space, so I ran out and snatched them up. I gave 20 each for them. So he made a quick $40 for the side of road specials. One's a Craftsman, the other's a Toro Recycler. We'll start with the oldest unit first, which is the Craftsman. We'll discuss that 2004 right now. So both of the units had the handles folded down, and so I've already kind of looked at some issues, and I found some issues. So this 2004, the safety brake cable was a little stiff. It gave me some issues on opening up. So I moose pissed that, kind of broke it free, so we got that moving. The plug was missing on this one, and usually I don't take a look inside the cylinder, but I did this time. I kind of spun the blade 360 looking for valve action. One of the valves was stuck in the open position. So I grabbed my PB blaster, the moose piss again. It kind of coated the valve, turned the unit up to get some of that moose piss out into the valve and the valve stem. So let that sit a little while. Then I stuck this extension in there and tapped the top of the valve lightly with the other valve in the open position. That way I knew the valve I'm working on should have been in the closed position, so I tapped it back down and got it to move. Spun it 360 again, and we got correct valve action. So hopefully there's no damage to the seat. What I think happened, I think both of these units were in somebody's garage. There's a bunch of dust on them. Just moisture in the air, I think, could have got in the cylinder without the plug on it. So we have some maybe surface rust on that valve stem. I thought it might have been a toast engine. It's still baby, but I think we're ahead of the game now that the valves are operational. So let's move on. I'll take that call later. So we got to add gas. Neither of units had gas. Let's see if these start on their own, actually. And then I got Happy Juice nearby. Somebody's calling me for a mower. You guys are much more important than mower sales. So these units came from the same place, the scrapper said. The guy said he couldn't get them running and ended up buying a new unit. He probably had pushed them to the back of the garage and they would take it up space. So we got to prime this one. This 04 is the Quantum style with the wraparound tank. I don't see any leaking, which is notorious on these plastic tanks. Looks like it's in good condition. Let's prime it and see what we're going to do or not do. Okay, we got an issue. Bowl gasket maybe. See all that fuel dripping. It smells kind of stinky. I think that fresh fuel's forcing the stinky gas out of the bowl. Let me just remove the cover here, see if I can see what's happening. Yeah, full fuel is just pouring out of the carburetor, so the float valve may be stuck. Well, we're not going to have to happy juice it. There's plenty flowing out of this thing. Let's pull on it. Direct injection. So we got full blast power. I'm not sure what the deal with that is. I don't want this thing blowing up. That was exceeding the recommended RPMs, I would say. The throttle was stuck in the full open position. This will need a carb clean. There was so much gunk it was binding up the throttle plate. I kind of moved it back and forth, loosened it up just for the fun of it. Let's try it again. Okay, smoking up a storm on the 2004. So I don't think this will be an issue. Carb clean, it's looking like. It's still pouring out of the throat here, the gas, so the float's stuck. So I think we can do something with this old beast. Let's move this back and get the Toro out front. the 2010 Toro, the newer machine. We'll discuss that one. So this 2010 had a huge amount of oil here on the deck when I got it, and I don't think it's overfilled. I'm not sure what the deal is, but I removed the plug, totally saturated. I threw another Champion plug in it. This one's got oil pouring out of it, as you can see. Wow. So what I did is I lifted the back wheels up and let the cylinder pour out. We got some oil pouring out of the cylinder. I let it drain out. We got enough to start it. It's at the about halfway, it looks like. This is the 7 horsepower, 7.0, guaranteed to start. Same deal with this one, fuel tanks empty. We're going to add fuel. Quantum style again, engine, newer style Quantum, 2010. That should be enough. So this thing will probably smoke like the dickens if it starts. I don't know, maybe put it on his scrap trailer upside down. I don't know why all this oil was pouring out of it, but we're going to find out here. This is just a pull and go. Other thing I noticed, the spring for the automatic choke. This is the automatic deal. Spring's missing, so I don't know if we can get it to start. I closed the choke manually with the air vane. That's closed. Let's try starting it. I'll manually move the choke to the open position. It's got good compression. I'm going to happy juice it. That was a good enough shot to get it going. Well used filter here. Okay, I don't know what's going on. All this oil just poured out of the muffler. When it rains, it's dripping out now. Less left hazardous waste on my concrete. Clean up on aisle 3. So let me see about starting this again. What do you think? I don't know. When's it gonna stop bleeding oil? We got internal damage, or is this just something he transported upside down and oil's all over the place? What I may do is prop up the rear wheels and put this thing nearly vertical, possibly, to get the rest of this oil to drip out of the muffler. And maybe what I'll do is remove the plug again, see if the cylinder's got any remaining oil in the cylinder. Okay, we got a little weeping on the bowl. There's some gas coming down the side of the carburetor bowl, so we need a new bowl gasket to start. I don't see any oil leaking out of the gas leaking out of the plastic quantum tank, so that's a good thing. So I just see the May of 2010 production sticker on the tank. May of 2010. You guys, thanks for coming out. I'm going to get busy on these 2 units.